we're on.
And let's call the meeting to order. Right now, it shows on that clock 9:13. Okay, order of business. Item of guests and public comment. What do we got back there?
I'm here.
Ah. Go ahead, Robert.
A good job. You know, I never thought of asking for a heads up when I was going to get irrigation water, and I asked and I got. I guess I should have been doing that for the last 45 years. It would have saved a lot of cussing and chasing around and whatever. But put me on that heads up list from now on. I didn't realize they had such an animal.
Well, that's news to me, so. Okay. Heads up list.
We try and serve it.
It's
Johnny, hello Johnny. Johnny, we just started the meeting. Robert's not standing up, he's sitting down, but he's still talking.
No, I said, I just did a good job. I didn't want to give everybody a heart attack, but
Okay.
I got to go fight with Central Appraisal now, my next
Okay.
order of business.
All right. Thanks. All right, Johnny, take over. We've only done number 2.
Art, you go ahead and do it. It's very difficult by phone. You can go ahead and conduct a meeting, and I'll just be here when if I have anything to say, which I probably will. But you guys go ahead and do it. I'm having difficulties with the Zoom deal, and so telephonics is very difficult to do it. So you do it, please.
You got it. All right, item 3.
Wait.
Yes.
I think Larry, that's here from the USBR, he might want to say a few words.
Okay, Larry.
Thank you, board members, Chewy, Larry Vasquez, Reclamation El Paso office. We're just here to help with, any requests. I've been working with Robert real good, as well as James from EPCWID, so we're going to continue that. I know it's a short season and whatnot, but like I said, we're looking forward, and we're losing one of our top engineers to you guys, so that's going to be tough to swallow with Mr. Cortez moving over and stuff. So, congratulations. He comes with a lot of. He's probably the most knowledgeable guy I think we got on the project as far as historical, information has gone back. So, thanks again for the invitation, and we look forward to working with you guys.
Well, we agree with you. At least you know it too.
Yes, sir. I do.
Heard anytime.
Thank you, guys.
We'll let you talk to him.
And the Bureau, Larry was just telling me that the Bureau's office is fixing to move from their location on Yarborough. They're teaming up with IBWC at their new building at Executive and Mesa.
Oh.
So they'll be
Probably after the first of the year. Thank you, Senor, for mentioning that. Yes,
Okay.
but that's going to happen. We're downsizing and whatnot. So,
Okay.
with the personnel and relocation and whatnot, we are going to be relocating probably after the first. It's going to happen.
All right.
So we won't be off of Lowland no more. We'll be off with IBWC's agency as well, which is off of Executive and Mesa.
Executive and Mesa.
Yes, sir. Well, we'll keep you posted more.
All right.
We'll keep you guys posted on what's going on. Thank you, Senor, for that. No.
Thank you, Larry.
Thank you, Larry.
You got it, sir.
All right, who we got? Anybody else out there? No?
No, not me.
No, not you. No, okay. All right, item 3, minutes of the May 12th and the May 24th. Anybody? George or Larry?
It's here. It's here. You got it.
Okay.
Breathe. Deep breaths.
All right. Let
Are
me.
you asking for comments on the minutes?
Yes, sir.
I didn't get a notice of that special meeting, what was it, May 26th?
Oh, the May 24th, that was for the resolution, signing of the resolution, approval of those resolutions.
Right.
You did not?
I just didn't get the notice. I couldn't call in or I couldn't come.
Okay.
Hey, guys.
Yes,
I
sir.
showed up.
Hey, all right.
Yes, yeah. My technician wife figured it out.
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys go ahead though, Art, you go ahead and conduct it, it's a lot better. in vivo than it is on this deal. So.
Kudos to Sulema, that's awfully good, so. All right. Don't cock that about Jim, all right. Any other items on the minutes? Anybody? Hearing none, then I will entertain a motion to approve them as mailed.
I'm going to accept the minutes of both meetings.
Okay, George moves, Larry seconds, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, let's see. Mary, yes.
And before you,
Yeah, go ahead.
before you go, I'd like Lisa to just give an information on the 5 young people that we have working for us.
Oh, okay.
A little bit about the project you've been working with the workforce.
Okay. We have 5, what we're gonna call it employees. They're actually through the Workforce Solutions Commission. And what it is there are 5 individuals that we're able to utilize here in the office and out in the shop that the state actually pays their salary, their insurance. So it's a good program. Not
Like
only
intern.
they're like interns. We're kind of addressing it as we're trying to get them in the workforce to see what it's like to be able to socialize and be in a work environment. So it's a good program. We're hoping they're going to work up to 240 hours. And then once that's completed, we get a new group.
$140.
Yes, which is
Oh, you mean total?
total.
Oh, boy.
So, and then we get a new
Man,
group
you're
in.
getting your money's worth, aren't you?
Their hours are from 9 a.m.
9 to 1
p.m.
every day.
every day.
So we have some here in the office that Rose is using also, I'll be using, and then we have 3 in the shop. They do have supervisors with them, so they're there they're in the back scene and they're just watching to make sure that they're doing okay. And it's a great program that's been offered to us, so just wanted to
Good.
let you all know if you see them walking around.
Right,
Alright.
and there's the 3 mechanic assistants are from San Elizario, and the 2 girls that are working in the office are here from Clint.
They go to Clint
They're
High School.
juniors in high school.
What program is that?
It's through the Workforce
Or Solutions.
Commission. Lisa's the one that put it together, and it's at no cost to us. They pay all their salaries, they pay all their insurance, and
Yes.
we got waivers of all kinds.
Yes. So there's no liability to the
Right, no
district.
liability at all, and it's a great program, and it helps the kids in the community. They get a salary,
They get a salary.
and it just helps them out tremendously.
Sure. That's good.
And then also real quick, if I could, Claudia Ruiz, if that's okay, Mr. Reyes, she will be Sharon's backup. Claudia actually is Pete's administrative assistant.
Okay.
So just in case, anything was to arise with Sharon, Claudia is learning how it works. So that's why Claudia's here with us.
And Claudia handles all our fuel
Accounting.
accounting and all our work order accounting. So she does have a full-time job. She's been doing a real good job for us. And she's been now with us for
Over a year?
over a
A
year.
little over a year?
Yes.
Yeah, and she assists Pete and Robert with their documentation and their record keeping, and which allows Pete to stay more out in the field and Robert also.
Okay, excellent.
Okay. All right, thank you.
You bet, thank you. All right, let's see here. Uh-oh, Mary. Morning. She moved places, got a little further away.
If you guys could all speak up, I can barely hear you, I'm sorry, but
Okay. All right, we got Mary on the hot seat right now.
perfect.
The first report is our monthly report. We do have a CD that will mature next month. We will have to use partial of that amount once it matures into the general fund, just to get us through the rest of the fiscal year.
Okay. That's at 3.5. Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Mary, could you talk louder, hon? I can barely hear you.
Yes, sir. And I did look up the the SLLG treasury bill rates, and they're still significantly low.
They're way down there.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Our next report is the balance sheet. On our accounts receivable account, the 11,600, we just have two pending invoices out there. One is our capital improvements invoice for the El Paso water.
Anybody see anything on the balance sheet there? Go ahead, Mary.
Next is our net revenue report. Our income, our revenue, we're at about 85%,
Okay.
which is great. Our majority of the funds still waiting to be collected is our drain maintenance account 40252 and our special capital projects account 40400.
The grants.
The
That's
grants,
grant money.
correct.
And the drain maintenance, but it's timely payments, or this just because the city pays us in steps, or?
We do have we have two payments coming in. One is our capital improvements. When a project is completed, then we go ahead and bill El Paso Water for it. That's one of the invoices that's pending. There were two jobs Pete had completed and we invoiced. They prefer we go ahead and do that every time an improvement has been completed. The other one is our quarterly drain maintenance. It's right now we haven't collected the full amount, which is 300,000. Most of the employees were pulled to finish the Riverside. So hopefully in the next quarter or two, we can go ahead and collect.
Okay.
Let me just point out one thing. There is no separate legal entity known as El Paso Water. It's just a department of the city of El Paso.
Yes.
So I always have, whenever I've done any legal instruments, contract or what have you, I put city of El Paso, and then I put in parentheses, bound through its public service board. The public service board is just an administrative agency, just like one of our agencies. Just like our ditch riders or what have you.
You go. Noted. All right, Mary, expenses.
Our expenses, we're at 66%. We do have our wages, which we have 11 pay periods left, and our group insurances are two major expenses that we still have to fulfill.
Okay. Now, on the first two, Mary, the one thing I noticed on the expense, the item 50003, the equipment, we didn't have a line item on that in the budget?
The 3 million that you see under the capital projects under material, is for all 4 line items, 5 items, I'm sorry.
Oh, it is?
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay, now I got you. All right. So in which case, the bottom, the total direct expense under 54,000, we're a little bit over budget at this point.
At this point, yes.
Okay. Or even for the year. Okay, because we got some stuff hurting maybe. Okay. And the water system on the next page, line 61008, that's a good number. Is that because we haven't really started the wells? Is that what?
The water distribution is the maintenance of our system.
The 61008?
Yes.
Oh, the maintenance on the district line?
Yes.
just to answer your question on the wells,
Yeah.
Mr. Ivy, is we did run them just to make sure all of them were operating properly and functioning and ready to go. And so we ran them a few days, but we utilized that water, we placed it in with a return flow where we could take advantage of it also. And so we've used very little to this point.
Are we planning to use it right now, or?
Robert and I were talking about it this morning, and our project water is doing well right now. We can satisfy everybody, get everybody irrigated. So we're holding off on the wells towards the end of the season, where we might need them to finish out and to help everybody out on that last irrigation.
Okay. All right. Is Johnny hearing us through that little box, or has he got another?
No, he's
I'm on Zoom now.
he's on Zoom.
So
He's
how
off
does
of
it
the
hear?
TV, he's off of the TV.
Off of here? Is that where he's, so if we need to talk so he can hear maybe this way? Okay. So I've been talking over there.
Yeah, it sounds like you're talking over there. No, it's fine. I can hear a lot better than I could on the telephone a while ago. I could hear nothing on the phone. So
Okay. All right, good.
I'm good.
All right.
I can't hear Mary whenever I'm there, much less over the Zoom. She talks too soft. I don't know how she puts up with everybody and talks so softly. I think I'd be a little more vocal. Anyway.
We're gonna work on a megaphone for her.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, you know, I've always thought we ought to get a loudspeaker system over Roswell.
Yeah?
I can't hear Spear, but that ain't a bad thing.
All right. Any other questions of Mary on that, let's see, what do we call the net revenue? If not, I'll throw it back at you, Mary.
We are now, any questions over the 500 check report?
I got a comment, I'm sure glad we put that first column and the last column in. I think you started that last meeting with that avoids further questions sometimes. That little asterisk means a lot.
Sure does.
And the only question I have is about number 20, line item 29 and 30. Okay, so one project receives reimbursement, the other one doesn't. Did
Yes.
one get the grant and one didn't, or what's?
That's correct. One of them, item 29, is for the island main, and the board funded that project. It's not on grant,
Okay.
although
Did we not apply for one?
we have applied for a special earmark through the federal government, and Commissioner Olguin will be here in a little bit to join us. She wanted to visit with you all, but she carried the ball for us with Congressman Gonzalez, and got that project presented to him. Our project was chosen by Congressman Gonzalez for appropriations. We had communication yesterday from the Appropriations Committee asking us a couple of questions, and we answered them right quick. And so everything's looking good, that we might get that 800,000 appropriation for the island main.
Yeah, all right.
So they can happen after the fact?
Yes.
After you.
Well, we only did a portion of the island main, so we've got maybe 3/4 of that canal to finish off.
Since y'all are, that line 67 for me is the safety clean system, washer bay cleaning service. So we have somebody come and cleaning our cleaning bay? Is that?
Well, we have a company, and we've had it since we moved here, that removes all the oil and
So you flush it all into this cleaning bay and then they come?
they come and they flush it out, yes, and we have to do that by TCEQ requirements.
Okay.
annually or as needed?
It's done as needed,
No?
and it's expensive, but we have to meet those requirements.
Okay. On 78, are these replacing old signs, or what's the deal with that one? 'Cause I still see some up there that say reclamation.
These are,
sometimes.
yeah, and we're replacing, we've had, as you well know, a lot of complaints on kids riding up and down with those quads and creating dust for a lot of the homes, especially up the valley. So we've been putting up, replacing signs as they're vandalized or deteriorate. Just to comply, and I've met with the police department and the sheriff's department, and that's one of their requirements also, that we have those signs up where they can enforce any activity that goes on.
Larry,
I'm okay.
you okay? Nothing about diesel and,
No, I've got my diesel questions answered. I'm looking to diet diesels.
have you looked at the prices?
What's that?
You know, just the last couple of days.
It's been going
You
on.
can't hardly find anything below 3 now, for
Yeah.
regular gas.
Right.
I know it's even, yeah, it's all 310, 315 for regular.
For regular, yeah.
What does that make the top? I don't know.
$4.
We're getting close to $4. Wow, okay. Mary, let's see, make credit card. The only thing I noticed is, Jay, bless his soul, I know he's right here. Look at that, all the way up to $4.10.
Plastic card.
It's about double what he's been running, seems like.
Exactly, yes.
Legal consulting. More for y'all's information going on there. They do not supply Kleenexes for your eyes. Didn't even get a laugh out of any of the 3 attorneys in there. Okay. All right, well, Mary, I guess that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Rose,
Good morning.
good morning.
I have two tax adjustments.
That's
So-
right, that's
so
where
last
Jim's
time-
right. We need a mic for you, see? Okay.
It's allergies, really bad. My technology bill. So I understand last night we had a couple of questions on Hill Inc. So we went ahead and got more information for you.
Okay.
It is a charitable organization. It is registered with the Texas Comptroller's Office. And also with federal income tax, or exempt for federal income tax.
Okay.
Now, this is Hindu-based, it comes from India, and they deal with mind and body skills for health and wellness. It's all natural. They have workshops with yoga, massages, art therapy, laughter therapy, high blood pressure, stress management, or dementia, nutrition, exercise, relaxation, sleeping, and they even have community gardening. And this is all volunteer based, so they did qualify for exemption from tax.
Okay. Well, good work finding all that out.
Thank you. And as all of this was, we already had the information. We had an open records, request from Central Appraisal, and they were immediate. So it was just basically double checking what we have is what Central Appraisal had.
So it's kind of like a Hindu type health ministry.
Yes,
of some
yes, and
sort.
it's all natural.
Okay.
So what I'm asking is approval to remove $186.15 from the 2020 tax assessment.
All right, because we had tabled it, didn't
Yes, sir.
we? Okay. Anybody want to make that motion?
So,
Larry makes the motion, George seconds that motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Our next report is for the El Paso Public Service Board leases, Lower Valley Water District leases, and taxes. You all have any questions on the information provided?
Just a comment, how come it's become erratic, but at least we're getting stuff done on Lower Valley? You send Chewy down there to threaten Mr. Grijalva, or what do you do with it?
No, they've been cooperating.
Very,
It's taken them a little bit more time
Yes,
to
sir.
get their board on board.
Yeah, but that's pretty amazing.
So-
And the reason is right, you see $270.41 was they dropped the ball on a couple of leases.
Oh, they did?
They didn't submit them on time,
Oh,
so they went ahead and paid the 2020 taxes.
oh, darn. That's the only time. they-
That's the only time. Yes, sir.
Okay, because I was gonna ask you next about what's that. That's something brand new. But that's not the start of a trend, it
No,
doesn't
sir,
sound like.
not yet.
Okay,
You keep asking.
okay.
That was just for information purposes. Our next report is our comparison on our tax assessment, the 2020 tax assessment versus the 2019. We are trending. In 2019, we're at 97.7458, and right now we are at 96.1768. So we have taxes that we file, we send them notice, we do name change, we name it, we're doing what we're supposed to do.
Yeah, it's a rough time. No,
And this is also for information purposes.
go.
You all have any questions?
Anybody? As always, thank you very much, Rose. Well
Thank you very
done.
much.
Thank you. Hope we're not going too fast for you there, Chewy. I see you on your,
I was communicating
is
with,
Ileana heading this way?
she's on her way, yes, but I was communicating with one of our mechanics.
Ah,
The only, I guess I could give you a couple of presentations, but we're going to have a visit by Commissioner Ileana Holguin. I will tell you, she's been working great, not only with me, but with my staff on different issues in the community, of people landlocked and so on. So she's been addressing certain areas, one of them the Cuadrilla area that she's working on. And like I say, she carried our
Just in time.
our application earmark,
all the way,
yeah, all the way to,
to Mary and they got together. Okay, good.
and I wanted to step up to the
Welcome,
podium,
Commissioner.
Commissioner, thank you for being here, taking the time. You can pull your mask if you'd like.
Okay.
Yes, but I was just briefing the board that you've been great and to work with, and I guess in 6 months you've done what others wish they could have done in probably 12, 14 years, and so she carried our application for our special earmark, $800,000 to Congressman Gonzalez, and I want to thank you personally, and I know that I briefed the board on it, and I wanted to thank you for doing that. We have been picked as one of the 7 projects that he has taken to appropriations. And so everything is looking very positive for us getting that funding for the island main concrete lining. So I'll turn it over to the Commissioner to say a few words.
Thank you.
And we have Mr. Stubbs, our board president, is out of town, but he's on Zoom there to your left.
Oh, there he is.
So
Well,
he's also present.
thank you. Well, good morning, everybody.
Welcome, and thank you for coming and taking some time out of your busy schedule to share with us this morning. Thank you very much, Ileana.
No, thank you all. Thank you all for the invitation. I'm very, very happy to be able to be here with you all today and to finally meet many of you in person. It's been difficult because a lot of our meetings are via Zoom, but it's nice that now slowly we're getting to the point where we can be able to talk to each other face to face again. But I want to thank Mr. Reyes for all of his help and support as I've come on board and tried to learn all of the issues and the needs in the precinct and how all of the different entities can work together to bring positive change for our community.
I think that's been probably the most difficult thing for me, is just learning all the, a million moving parts at the same time. So I want to thank Mr. Reyes for all of your guidance. My office is here to do anything that we can to make y'all's job of serving our community easier. So anything that you need from me, anything that I can do to help, that's precisely why I'm here. I look forward to being able to come to more board meetings. We have a multi-jurisdictional meeting that we have at the end of every month that I'm really happy that I can attend, because it really helps me keep in mind just everything that's going on with Lower Valley, with the Water Improvement District, with Sanelli, the cities of Sanelli and Socorro. So I'm trying to spend as much time as I can out here in the county, just to learn as much as I can, and to try to be as helpful as I can, frankly. So anything that I can do to help, please do not hesitate to call me. Mr. Reyes knows how to reach me, Lisa knows how to reach me. I'm here to help in any way that I can. So thank you. Thank you for giving me a few minutes to be here with you today.
Thank you for being here, and Commissioner Olin is he's an attorney, but I don't know if you all knew that. She's married to the former city councilman Eddie Olin, and you have 3 lovely children?
2, no,
Two?
only 2. Only 2.
Two?
Don't give me anymore.
So she's been great to work with. Certainly want to thank her for everything she's doing for not only for us, but for the community.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very good, thank you. Okay. Tree? That's total. Turn it over to Al.
Yeah, I guess we've got, Robert's going to discuss some issues on water. You all know that we released water on Monday, Memorial Day, and it took us almost double the time that it usually takes to get the water to the El Paso vicinity, but that's because the river was so dry, and then some other issues that occurred, but we got it. We finally got it in Saturday evening, and Robert's happy with the amount of water we have, and he'll give you a report on what he's doing, and then Al will give you a report on the allocation. But we've been meeting, we've been having our daily operational meetings over the phone at 10 a.m. every day, to include the weekends. So we're staying on top of the issues, and we're hoping to go as far as we can with the water that we do have.
Okay. All right, you want to jump ahead then and let 4 foot over there just talk?
That's all right. You can, I already met with James, and we're gonna meet after the board meeting. He's in the same spot I am. You can go with Al, and then I can see what Al has to say. I can wait.
Yeah, he wants to know if I've given him
I was
another
gonna
half.
say.
Yeah, we usually start at the top and then we end up down, right? The last one we talked about is Tornillo.
Yeah, that's right. That's okay.
That's okay.
As long as we get water down there.
So that's the inflows to the reservoir. You can see it dropped off significantly in the last week, or 2, which we expected today. So pretty much snow melts over, and now it would just be monsoons or any storm activity, and we're not seeing any significant stuff. I mean, people see news stories and things about a storm in Albuquerque or something, but when you analyze it, it ends up being a couple thousand acre feet or something. So, believe me, if we get any 100,000 acre foot storms, I'll let you guys know that. See emails coming out as well. These are typically, so you gotta, just because it's raining in one place doesn't mean it produces much water down here on setting it up. So right now, we're gonna wait till we can get as much of this as we can in the reservoir to make one final allocation. So we don't have what happened last year with Mexico and all that stuff, so we know that it still is coming in. We're getting about 800 a day, so I don't know if it'll be by the next board meeting. We may have to call a special meeting to do the allocation. What do you think, Robert? You want the water as soon as you can get
Maybe
it.
it's a Christmas candy, well.
Yeah, so there is more water to allocate. It's not much. I don't know, so I'm not gonna make any predictions now, but let's wait another couple of weeks.
Did you say we're getting what, 800 acre feet a day?
Right, into the reservoir. But that's, you can see it's.
And you said the snow
It
melt
just fell off a cliff, so that tomorrow will
Yeah,
be 600.
I tell that.
That'll be 400.
So the melt's just about hit.
It's over.
That was the.
That's it up there, that peak up there, it's the snow belt. And,
How does it track to last year? Was it?
oh, last year was a pretty miserable year. We had, the year before, we had storage in there, but anyways, it's exactly what I predicted. I can go pull up all the other charts, but we're hitting our numbers almost exactly. The 300,000 is what we expect the next allocation to get out to everybody, the total, as opposed to about the 280. So it's not gonna be a whole lot more. Anyways, I don't wanna second guess, because we're gonna waiting until it's over. It's almost over. We wait another 2 weeks and we'll allocate everything we can allocate.
Okay.
Doesn't make sense to allocate today and wait 2 weeks and do it again with a small amount. So if Robert can hold on, I'm sure, I mean, nobody's out of water, we just started,
No,
right?
we just started.
So,
I think Art did.
Art's out already? Okay. Nobody but board members are out, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Don't you think that Robert will have a better feel for it in a little time about how much demand he's got? And I mean, it may be that we extend the time more than a lot more water. I don't know. It depends on where people are, but I remember having gone off of allotment at the end of the season sometimes to take care of some of it if we had some water left over. So I don't know which is better, to extend, look at a little longer time. And I think that's Robert's call. He needs to look at, the demand, because you're just now learning the demand.
Right. So well, in other words, if guys are available, we'll call a special meeting, and if needed,
Right.
we could do it by video, but we expected about 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah.
No, I don't see a real urgency, like I say, at this point, because then anybody get close to running out of water.
Right. And that's it, Robert. So it's not the news you wanted, but that's the news.
Better than nothing.
What, Robert didn't want to hear it, it's up to him, and it'll be his fault if it doesn't work, or what?
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Daddy.
Unless you guys got any questions, the season's pretty much over, so it's almost over for the inflow. And, Robert can give you the day-to-day, but Chewy's right, we had a fun 2 weeks and we fun 10 days.
We did.
Getting the water down here was a challenge.
Okay. Boy. Well, let's see. How about Pete?
Pete's out of town,
Robert's gonna do Pete?
no,
No.
I guess I'll give you a quick briefing on.
We're doing okay on this.
Yeah, we finished the 2 grant projects that we had going on the Montoya. We got all the way to Lindbergh with our concrete lining. Next, after this season, we'll continue from Lindbergh to Country Club and finish that section out. The Riverside was completed, as you all well know, all the way to Partidor. That was a huge project by Pete and his men. And then we did 2,500 feet from Wasteway 1 downstream on the Riverside. So that came out real nice. So we do have 2 grants already that we've been awarded to continue with the Riverside. So you all will be seeing more concrete lining on the Riverside, and eventually we're going to get to Wasteway 2.
Okay. Oh, that's great.
How far are we from this week?
We're about 5 miles away. Yeah, it's quite a distance. We've gotten almost close to where the Tiguas have their, I don't know if you all have seen their gardens out there that they have, but
On the old Stallings farm?
yeah,
You've
gotten
that far?
yeah, we've gotten pretty close to it.
Yeah, we're at still on the sheds.
Uh-huh.
We're 200,000 yards of sand.
Yeah. But the narrowing the Riverside and concrete lining, we've given Border Patrol back their bank on the, close to the fence where they can travel up and down. And so it's helped them out, and of course, that's helping us with our system.
We own 6 inches of that road now. They condemned the rest. This is ours.
We're letting them borrow it.
Or we're letting, yeah, we're pushing lease it down.
So Pete and his employees have done a great job, along with some of Robert's employees that he let Pete. So Robert's taken back his employees for operation purposes, and he's got, well, he'll give you a report on, as you well know, when you release water, you get all kind of debris inside the canal, so we've been battling with that all week, but everything is in shape.
How about the Socorro ponds?
Looking good. So Coral Ponds, we haven't been able to touch yet, Larry, because we've been concentrating on finishing out those grant sections. But we are planning to start working on that. We want to meet with Al and Pete and Robert and start working on that little by little. We applied for a grant. We didn't quite get there in qualifications. We were down the bottom of the list. They awarded mostly projects for potable water. So, but we haven't given up. We're reapplying. Omar's working on that right now as we speak. So we'll continue to work on that grant funding for the Socorro Ponds.
Yeah, it'd be great to get those up and running.
Oh, man.
Al,
Yes.
could you get your graph off of my screen? I can't figure out how to do it. And put me back on the full screen.
Sure.
There you go. Okay. I got tired of looking at that damn cliff we fell off of.
Well, okay, Water Master, I think you are up now.
First time you ever called me that.
That's what it says here. It says Robert Reed, it doesn't say 4 foot, it says Water Master.
It's called. Now, like she was saying, that Pete did finish those projects, that it was really amazing that some of the smaller farmers were calling me that said, the reason you all didn't release water because Pete didn't finish the shot creek. He said, guys, had nothing to do with Pete. You know, when the water got here, everything was ready to go. It was just a matter of fact, it said like, Mexico decided to wait a while, and then still at the end, when they were gonna pick up the second, the water didn't get here by 12 o'clock, and they decided to go from Thursday to wait till Monday. So they didn't pick up the water on Monday, so. That was beautiful, but we managed it because they didn't order that much water anyway, but finishing up the return flow, the little bit of water we had with the return flow, we were still able to cover 19,000 acres, and if you really go back and look at it, nearly everybody got almost 2 irrigations. On the big pecans, we got the 2 irrigations on their pecans, and the 5 acres, and they almost got 2 irrigations too. So at the end, the return flow worked out pretty good. Everybody got their water, but you know, someone still wanted more, but you know, we couldn't afford it. And then we just started, like Chu said, Saturday, we just started with allotment, and so far, we start off with 14,000 acres wanting water. You know, it's impossible to get everybody at the same time. They have to wait. We had little problems with the river, but out of 14,000, we got 8,000 left. There's about, we already knocked out 3. We got 6,000 on the board right now. We got small tracks coming up. We got the Indians coming up Saturday. They need their water for 24 hours on the river. It's been fun. And then the other thing that's been fun, something that's never happened before, the river, we've had to max it out, and somebody don't let me have too much water. So me and James have been having to play with the water back and forth. In other words, if he wants more, for him to have more, he has to take from me. And like I said, James, I can't let you have it because the CS is supposed to be 1,000, so it's only 800. Until it builds up, cannot let you have it. He said, so he's learned to suffer a little bit what it's like to order water and not get it. So, like this morning, he wanted an extra 100 feet. I said, guess what, James, you're not going to get it. And I told him simple reasons why, because Mexico's fixing it. I mean, the Indians are coming up and the small track. So you gotta let me go a couple of days without it, with this water, and then I can help you out later on. But with the release of 2,600, I think that the districts are very scared of putting, Al's very scared of putting more water in the river. The hatch flume might wash out and stuff like that, so it's just a lot of water.
They're not, Array's close enough to the dam, they get whatever they want on Array.
Right.
So there's no shortages whatsoever in the Rincon Valley.
Why would you be worried about the flume though? The flume should be okay. It's when you get into the bed, isn't it? Or Where's the water?
They're inverted siphons, I don't know why they call them flumes, they're not.
They go into the river.
And they have a history of piping.
They have a history of rupturing or breaking or?
Water goes around them and erodes
Oh,
them.
wow.
Pipes, it creates a pipe around the
Are
flume.
they big already?
No, well, they're not flume, I don't know why they're
Inverted
inverted
siphons.
siphons.
Okay.
The hatch, there's two of them there.
Yeah.
They're big ones on the river. You know, there's for the bridge, for various things that are going on there, arroyo. I think there's that big arroyo that comes out of the hills there and goes up to the top. They're trying to cause us problems. But anyways, whatever, that's a long, long history. That goes back 50 years, right? I mean, since I ever remember,
Yeah.
at least 35.
It failed one time, I
It
remember.
failed once and it was been repaired. And
It was like you said, they washed out down the side.
there's other problems with going above.
Okay.
So anyways, it's, we haven't been above for, 2,700 is the most we've been at for a day or two for the last 25 years. So we're not going above 2,600 right now.
Okay.
They'll make it work.
I remember you told me.
They'll catch up here pretty fast, the river's coming back, it's.
Well, I understand a little better, 'cause I didn't know the problem was right there. I thought maybe further down, you're talking about clogs in the river.
There's problems all the way down, when you raise the water, there's numerous things that happen that change, so it's my analogy that I use with the farmers is that when you take your tractor up to a new RPM you've never been at,